Share screen. This is it. Whoever wins this will face the Dodgers in the World Series. Will it be the Toronto Blue Jays or will it be the Seattle Mariners? The MLB on Fox team, 3 out of 4 are voting for Toronto. Can't blame them. Those blue towels waving around in the Rogers, in the former Sky Dome. The last time the Blue Jays were in a winner-go-home matchup up in the ALCS was 1985 against Kansas City. But back then, it was only best 3 out of 5 to get into the World Series. They lost to the Royals 3-2 that year. And we all know that the Royals and Cardinals would then go the distance in the Gateway Series that season, with the Royals coming out on top. The Mariners have their first time in this spot. Last game, for one of these two teams, this is the final game of the season. Seattle will have Rodriguez lead it off. Then Raleigh, Naylor, Polanco, Arozarena, Suarez, Crawford, Rivas, and Robles. While the lineup there's basically little to no change on the other hand for the Blue Jays. Only difference is IKF playing at second, Ernie Clement at third. Springer's doing DH duty tonight. Then it's Luke's. For those wondering, Clement's batting 6th, IKF batting 8th. The rest of the lineup is Springer batting first, then Luke's, Vlad Jr., Kirk, Varsho, Clement, Barger, IKF, and Jimenez. Shane Bieber takes the mound for the Blue Jays, and taking the mound for Seattle tonight is George Kirby. This postseason, 6 homers, 12 RBIs, and only 2 strikeouts, averaging around 430 plus, with a batting average of around 469 for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 462, excuse me. In the wins, Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez have 3 home runs. In the losses, they've got nothing, and they're batting an collective getting 1 hit out of every 7 at bats. So the weight of the world is on the shoulders of Julio Rodriguez and Cal Raleigh. Moving into the leadoff spot in Game 5, Rodriguez is 0 for 7. I don't know why they took Arozarena out of that spot. Yeah, happy Monday, Daniel. Kevin Gausman this postseason, he's been the GOAT in terms of the pitching rotation for the Mariners, even if he did get roughed up in Game 1 of the league championship. But either way, he's allowed fewer than 3 runs in each of his first 3 postseason starts. Brian Wu, in Game 5, he got wrecked by the Toronto hitting core. Granted, it was a bullpen gauntlet. I don't know why manager Dan Wilson went down that road. But tonight, it's George Kirby taking the mound. True patriot love in all thy sons command. And anyone who complains from Canada about me using the old verse over the new one, go fuck yourselves. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Who blame him for doing that? Thank you, Wit. Personally, I would have destroyed that shit.
Occasionally, you learn something from the people you treat. Are you kidding me? Wednesday is the most addictive night on television. It's a no-brainer. They say it's better to have loved and lost than never loved at all. Yeah, let's see about that. It's been such an emotional roller coaster the last couple days. I gave you my heart, living and dying with every moment.
Amen, Wit.
One second it's the cold shoulder, the next it's a warm embrace.
Damn right, Wit. Damn right. What's at stake for both squads? For the Mariners, it'll be their first ever World Series appearance. For Toronto, their third and their first since '93, when they went back to back for the second. When they went back to back. Duh. Shane Bieber spent last year on the shelf with the Guardians for Tommy John due to UCL damage. 2 postseason starts, 1-0 record, but a 4.15 ERA, which is spotty. Four-seam fastball, slider, knuckle curve, changeup, and cut fastball are his 5 pitches. Four-seamer and slider his most commonly used, with the knuckle curve as close third. Umpires: Quinn Wolcott, Doug Eddings, Ben May, Alfonso Marquez, Marvin Hudson, and DJ Rayburn. First pitch to Rodriguez, outside on the fastball, ball 1. And low and away, ball 1. In this series, Rodriguez is just hovering around the Mendoza line. That one's ripped. Fair ball into the corner. Rodriguez digging for 2, and he will reach with a leadoff double. Mariners looking hungry tonight to go to their first World Series. Don't blame them. Clement was just playing too far off the line and couldn't get to it. And get to it on the dive. Rodriguez, since the All-Star break, 165 total bases, second most in the majors. And here's the big dumper, who in this series is 5 for 22. All 3 of his homers have been solo shots. Upstairs, ball 1. Strike 1. Better tell Mitch I can't do next Tuesday's NXT. Throw to first, doesn't get the pick. Doesn't get the pick off. Throw over to second, no pick off. Ground ball. That's going to move Rodriguez over to first, but hovers foul. Or to third. It was a slider up and in on the hands. Shane Bieber's slider in Game 3 was used almost 30% of the time, and he got 7 outs. 2-2. 2 to the dumper. All season's best with 7 outs put on that pitch. But his first pitch tonight first slider of the night leads to a leadoff double. The 2-2 pitch in the dirt, full count. Career at the Rogers Center, Riley is hitting .279 with 9 homers and 16 RBIs. Driven down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. We'll do it again. Got him swinging on the high heat. One down. Upstairs to Naylor, ball one. Bieber pivots and turns to look Rodriguez back to second. That's foul off 1-1. They must be that desperate to fix their defense. One and two. 2-1 on the changeup. Three and one. Ground ball, base hit through the hole. Rodriguez will score. RBI single for Naylor. Throw is late. 1-0 Seattle. They're heroes, huh? Rare Polanco up next. Strike one. One and one. One with the changeup. Jorge Polanco has not been doing well in this series. First two games, he got 5 of the 13 runs for the Mariners. But in the last 4, he's done nothing. 2-1. Strike two. Changeup finds the edge of the high corner of the strike zone. It's in control. Two. In the dirt, full count again. Pickoff attempt, no good. Payoff is a slow chopper. Clement throws, but it hits off Naylor, and Polanco is safe on a throwing error. So a force out. And it would seem like Schneider's going to challenge for interference. If that is the case, then that's a double play because Naylor deliberately got himself up in the air in the path of the ball, and he got hit with it. And it is interference, double play.
Your holidays. You oh. Hey, kiddo. At least we can get a deal on your shorts for dad. Something with a little more coverage. Back tap, up tap, good mojo. Hey, guy from Cool Colorado and 125 hitters tap home late last year's postseason. Those who code to tap once. But surprisingly, it was the non-tappers who actually untapped 7% more of our hits. Now that really hits home. Catch the game like never before with AI from Google Cloud.
Compliments of the chef. Oh, he was so glad that he had emergency roadside service with Geico. And since they sent his bacon, he presents to you a bacon tart flambé. Mate, look, I don't need special treatment. I'm just happy that he's happy. You're too humble to stick Geico, which is why we also present to you. And instructed treatment, run-of-the-mill blue cheese. Oh, now we're talking.
It's Springer, Lukes, Guerrero, Kirk, Varsho, Clement, Barger, IKF, and Jimenez for Toronto. They face George Kirby, who they pretty much roughed around in game. In 3 postseason starts, he's winless with a 7.07 average ERA. I don't know what the hell Dan Wilson is thinking putting him on the mound. 29% four-seam fastball, 27% slider and sinker, 12% knuckle curve, 3% splitter, 2% changeup. At least both sides are going with pitchers with a varied arsenal. First pitch on its way. Sinker doesn't go hot. That comes up too close and nearly hits Springer. 1-0. Two and 0. Pop foul, 2-1. Two and 2.
That's a surprise to me. I mean, again, look, in fairness, these guys have been pushed to the limit up until this point. This is a regular rest for them. So making the necessary adjustments once you get your regular rest and you see the video and you see what you did wrong, he's not going to be given the freedom to just keep pounding away if he's not making good pitches. But still, he's got a better chance tonight to be effective than he did in the previous games.
And Springer gets walked.
Exactly. And a lot of adrenaline in that game, obviously. It's just in game 7.
1-1. You know, Luke's having a good postseason, a 343 batting average. Popped up. Rosarina going after it. He'll catch it. One down. One zero. I mean, 0-1. One. 0-2. In the left field, base hit. Springer will hold up at second. 1 out single for Vladdy. Except when he has. Let's get out the league. Stop these birds so we find out what my kids can do. Look at that dumb shoot. Alejandro Kirk up next. Runners on first and second. 1 out. First pitch. Kirby's in trouble early. Ball 1. That one gets away, but it stays in front rather than goes behind Cal Routley at the first baseline. So no one's moving up. Ball 1. Yes. Two now. Yikes, 2-1. Three and 1. Yeah, exactly. Strike 2. Kirk thought that was ball 4. 2-on-1 out. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Naylor chasing it, but it's going to go into the seats down the. It's 1-2. Full count. We'll do it again. Payoff is foul to the backstop behind the plate. We'll do it again. Swinging into the glove, strike 3. I thought that ball went somewhere else on the foul. But either way, 2 down. Rada. Here's Varsho. Swing and a miss and a slider low. Strike 1. Rada. Ground ball, base hit. Springer will score, tie game. Vladdy the third, tie game. Many runners in the corners, 2 men out, tie game. Rada. Here's Ernie Clement, swing and a miss at the heater, strike 1. Rada. Foul off. Into the Blue Jay dugout. In the wins, 5 homers, 18 RBIs for the Blue Jays, 15 runs. Runs with a 3.83 batting average for the 5 through 9 hitters. In the losses, 113, only 2 runs given, no homers. 0-2. That's driven the center. Going back is Rodriguez. He'll make the basket catch. Inning over. Each team gets a run, though it takes 3 hits for Toronto to get it, as opposed to each team gets 2 hits. 1 each through 1. Tied at 1 after 1. This is Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. Last year, I was predominantly doing National League Championship games. And the fact that Ohtani's in the National League is probably one of the reasons my baseball calls are not getting as much output this year as they did last year. Viewer output this year as they did last year. But with Ohtani and the Dodgers back in the World Series, I think that may change in a few days. Just depends on who they face. It's either
Tell everyone here that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. What's this? A fan has run out onto the field and he's not wearing pants.
Red bell pepper for nigiri. I'm sure he also did orange bell pepper nigiri. Brown bell pepper rolls. White bell pepper or ginger. Green bell pepper wasabi.
So she can look at big stuff. AI helps Jim solve customer problems before their problems.
Oh, so we all work better together.
Obamacare is done.
Excuse me, which way back?
Go ahead and hike up. I haven't done anything. Stop the vehicle!
Las Vegas, streaming now on Fox Nation.
The stars must show up. Rodriguez double. Body. Gets ahead to get the situation that her next hitter, two hitters from there tied up. So the stars have to show up early on. They got good win action.
First pitch to second pitch to Rosarina, 1-1. Or 2-1, third pitch. Over 10 against Bieber, including postseason appearances. Rosarina's never gotten a hit off him. That one's fouled off, 2-2. Shenson. Ground ball. Base hit. Rosarina finally has a hit off Bieber, and it's a leadoff single. Rest in peace, Jen. Ball one to Swart Eugenio. If you excuse me, I need to drop some friends off. So please stand by. Not deep enough for Rosarina to take off for third, but it will move him up. But it will keep the line moving. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Okay, so Battle Royal will determine who goes to number 1. So, double play, throw to third, got the out. So, Seattle not able to capitalize on 2 men on and nobody out. Oh.
These are the new 2025 table lamps for $279 a month. Inventory.
So, what happened?
This is so wild that I actually, from a dream, started a business.
Strikeout, sack bunt. Okay, so Crawford did the smart play with the sack bunt, moving the runners to second and third. But Rivas struck out and then the ground out. So, 2 hits, but nothing else for Seattle as they waste runners in scoring position. Inning and a half complete, and we're still tied at 1. Ooh, boy, did I really have to do a bad shot in the can.
Judy orders on the way for Turner, whose energy makes mom's world go round. So she orders Purina Per Plan on Chewy with the exceptional nutrition to keep Chewy. For life with pets, there's Chewy with Purina Per Plan.
Okay, let's rewind. A freak hailstorm hit, cracking this group's windshield and causing them to take an unexpected turn. Inside, they were greeted by Edna's warm welcome, a blank stare, the cool guys, and a TV showing football that no one wanted to change, ever. So they pulled out the BetMGM app and put together
A bug, huh?
with the fourth leg being bingo. New York. Soon the whole park was pulling for that park. Make it a place you'll never forget. BetMGM Sportsbook. Make it legendary. Is Spanish for the beach. If you can't remember that, the word Corona all works. Corona, la playa awaits. Guys, stop what you're doing and head over to Fatletics because right now everything.
Yeah, $5 a month, bad enough. We got so much shit. So, already sub, and I've already got subbed. And a member to on other shit. And we're back. Let's get to Parker, ball one, low and away. One. Ground ball, foul. 1-2. Close. What's wrong? Oh, man. One, two. 2-2. Two. Chopper to set short. Polanco will fire over. Scooped up by Naylor. One down. On one to IKF. Line caught by Naylor. 2 down. Mez with a cue shot. Throw by Crawford. Too late. Infield hit for Jimenez. First pitch is high, ball one. Springer walked and then scored on the single by Varsho on the first. This is not what Kirby and the Mariners wanted. 2-0. Jimenez 12 of 14 and 1-1 games on the base pads. Rounder. Suarez to first. Inning over. One hit given up, but that's all Kirby. Kirby is able to get out with no damage. 1-1. Kind of 1 through 2. I'll make this game go 5 hours like in the last decided game. Series decider. Please don't let this go 15. All I'm asking.
So weight loss is a shortcut. It's not. It's science. Back your kids. It's the medicine my body needed. GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds. One app to hit my goals. This
We're gonna make memes out of that game for between the Giants and Broncos for weeks. Top third, Suarez fouls out. Rodriguez fouls that one off his foot. 0-1. I'm dead serious. They're gonna make memes out of that game for weeks. Right, two. There you go. No, you're not, Lincoln. Don't you? Stop. Foul ball. And that's foul. 2-2. We'll do it again. Things are getting a little touchy out there in Toronto. That's driven to left, center, deep, track, wall, gone. Julio Rodriguez gets the Mariners back in front, 2-1. And that brings out the Boo Birds in Blue Jay country. Might as well go spray the can after my kick. Be right back. Riley Trent hits a line, little soft dribbler single, hit the ball that shoots up at first, thrown over the pitcher, 1 down. So Rodriguez gets a leadoff home run. Puts now back in front. Fans don't like it here in Toronto. He's saying long bombs with the deck. But whatever. Here's Josh Naylor. And that's driven to right, but this one's playable and caught by Luke, 2 down. Or Barger. Didn't think he'd be playing right field. Or at 6-9 against that slider. I guess Seattle figured it out in terms of how to beat Bieber. Hit that slider. Polanco grounded out into a double play when Naylor deliberately got in front of the ball. The path of a throw to second, from second to first, which was viewed as interference. 2-0. 2-1. Down with the changeup. Foul off 2-2. The end. Full count. Ground ball through the whole base, hit in the center. And a 2-out single. Hit number 6 for Seattle. That one by Polanco. Rosarena swings and misses. Strike 1 at the heater. 1-1. Doing 1-2. Good too. Doing 2. Got him swinging in the inning. Two and a half complete. Mariners up 2-1. All one. Well, one of the Lukes, 2-0. That one goes off the glove of Cal Raleigh. 1-1. 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Foul off. 0-2. We'll do it again. Popped up again. Missed it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with the slider. Second strikeout for Kirby. This is what he did against Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in his last outing. Single, homer. That one's jammed. Pop up, shallow right center. Caught. 2 down. That one by Reba, caught by Rebos. 2 down. Swung and a miss by Kirk. 0-1. Swung and a miss. 0-2. One, two. If that one goes too far outside. Ground ball. Liners caught by Polanco by Crawford. Inning over. We are now a third of the way through Game 7. 2-1 Seattle. Where Seattle leads 2-1. Where the Mariners are up and out in front 2-1. And I know those people living in Seattle right now, they're at the seat, they're getting ready to go to the Seahawk game or are sitting in or just gotten to their seats at the Seahawks stadium. They've got their eyes glued to the big board as they're watching this ball game, at least until their game begins against the Texans.
Certain liver problems or untreated narrow and glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver.
And we're back. Top of the fourth. We're still a long way from the end. Suarez, Crawford, and Rivas lead off, due up in the fourth for Seattle. Ball one. Why do you think these guys are scary? Swan and miss, 2-1. Two one pitch. Cut on and miss. One with the slider again, 2-2. Varland warming up in the pen. Probably to replace Bieber for the fifth inning. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. That's strikeout number 4 for Shane Bieber. Ball one to Crawford. Come on. One one. 2-1. Swan miss, 2-2. 2-2. Fell off. Two two. Fouled off. Ball three. Line drive to left. That one's going to go down and into the corner for a base hit by Crawford. Bobbled in the corner, but not really enough to change anything. One out double for JP. 1-0. 35. Breaker's winning this, no doubt. 1-0 pitch. 1-1. They're in a knuckle curve. Swing and a miss. Full 1-2. One, two. Got him swinging again, this time with the slider. 2 down. Swing and a miss by Robles, 0-1. One, one. One is low, 2-1. Throw back to second. Crawford makes it back safely. True. 3-1, no call there. Ball 4. Down first and second now, 2 out. And it looks like Shane Bieber is coming out. And Lewis Varland coming in. So after 3 2/3 innings, 2 runs, 7 hits, a walk, and 5 strikeouts, Shane Bieber is done in this game that both sides need to win. He gave up 109 shots. Marlin 9 2/3 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits given up in this postseason. First pitch to Julio, swinging and a miss, strike one. A 1-1-1. Yeah. Ground ball, scooped up, takes a time, gets the out. Inning over. 3.5 innings complete. 2-1 Seattle. For those wondering what the hell it is I'm looking at, it's a schedule for some hockey games that my nephew is competing in and playing in. My youngest nephew, he recently signed a contract with the NAPHL team known as the Bayou City Rougarou out in Monroe, Louisiana. Oh, Binghamton Buzz. Elmira, New York. Okay, that's upstate. College Station, Texas, huh? When do the Rougarou get to play up? Wait, in the Texas, Louisiana area. They're playing the fucking drillers again. First pitch, strike one. Kirby will face off against Varsha, leading off. 1-1. One, two. Too high, 2-2. Fouled off. I'll do it again. Got him swinging. Kirby keeping it going. Why no? Two now. Two one. Top fly, shallow right. You lost under it. One down. Two down. Strike one by departure. On one. One and two. Two and two. Liner third into the whole base hit. Through the grounder, force, inning over. Not the IKF steps on the bag. IKF ground ball. Step on the bag. Inning. Step on the bag for the force. Inning over. One hit. Nothing else across. Hey. Uh-oh. 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 We're back. Riley takes a big cut and misses at the changeup, 0-1. Riley hits this one. Deep right field. Track wall. The dumper hits another one out. His fourth of the series. 3-1 Seattle. Or his fifth of this postseason. Excuse me. Fourth in this series. Leadoff shot for the dumper. And Seattle looks like it's well on its way to its first World Series. And a date with destiny in Chavez Ravine to kick off the World Series on Friday. But we still got a little more than 4 innings left. Live on the right. Caught, 1 out. I don't like black licorice. Oh, on the Polanco. One. With one or more homers in a game, Mariners are 83 and 48. When they don't hit one, 13 and 29. That's ripped right at Vlad. He'll have to on the hop. He'll run over the set first, two down. No. Cal Raleigh with 65 home runs. If you also include postseason. Down the chase, throws in the chase, strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. That's cheating. Fouled off. We'll do it again. Popped up, inning over, but not before Seattle gets another, this time from the dumper. Halfway home, 3-1 in favor of the Mariners. First pitch again, Menace is Brian Wu comes on the mound. Ball one. The Logan Kirby's done after 4 innings, 1 run, 4 hits. How many walks did he get? 3 strikeouts. Cut again. Well, 3-0. Who having no pitch command problem. A lot of pitch command problems. Green line. It's low, ball 4. Springer gets a good piece of sinker, but it's foul. By Philip. Foul. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strike 1. One one. 1-1 pitch. Chopper. Polanco fires over the first. Gun after the step on the tip. Crawford steps in the bag for 1 over the first in time to get the double play. Mims. Mims.
unlimited double too. Sweet, right? When we travel, we get access to airport lounges. I can get used to this. What's in your wallet? Hey guys, and stay active longer. They aren't pills. Sparks dissolve under your tongue to reach your bloodstream for speedy results. Sildenafil starts things stronger, and Sildenafil stay in your system for longer. Rose Sparks. Is a meal. We're talking tender steak. We're talking cheesy. We're talking.
He's that athletic and make that play enough.
Top six, Crawford line, truck, bad up. IKF, he'll throw the first two down. Torres flew out to Luke's. Didn't pay attention. The one pitch. Well, 2. 2-1. Popped up, and Guerrero will make the catch in the inning. Very much. 5.5 innings complete, 3-1 Seattle. Blew up at the plate. Bases Vladimir Jr. Ball 1. Round 1. One, 2. 1-2 pitch to Vladdy. Low and away, 2-2. Vladdy chance breakout in Seattle. 2-2 is fouled off. We'll do it again. Well, after the first inning of the game, couple of innings in the game, we're at a very slow pace. We're moving at a slightly faster clip here. 3-1 Seattle leads here in the 6th, in the Blue Jay half of the 6th. 2-2 from Lou to Guerrero. And it's fouled off again, and we'll do it again. the payoff in the 2-2. Foul off, and we'll do it one more time. I've been at this for almost 2 hours, for a little over 2 hours. Mostly because I got started a little earlier than I wanted to. Payoff 2-2 pitch. Fouled again. Vladdy's fighting, I'll give him that much. Swing and a miss. He went to the sweeper. Strike 3. One down, 11 to go. For Toronto to play with in terms of outs. Alejandro Kirk up next. Varsho is the only run for the Blue Jays on a single back in the first. While Julio Rodriguez scored 2 of the 3 runs, 1 on a solo bomb. Josh Naylor got the Mariners on the board first with an RBI single. That's fouled off 1-1. Then Rodriguez got the Mariners back in front, make it 2-1 with a solo shot, and then the big dumper got in the third, and then in the fifth, the dumper got one of his own. And that's where we stand right now at 3-1, bottom 6 in favor of Seattle. Yeah, the pitching has not been that great for Seattle throughout this series. On both sides, 2-1. But tonight's been a different breed of cat. With the exceptions of the 2 solo shots given up by Toronto pitching and the litany of hits Seattle has gotten off Toronto pitching, 8 of them to be exact, and compared to 4 they've gotten off Seattle pitching. 2-1 pitch for Kirk. Line in the center. This one's going to Polanco will have to play on a hop, and Kirk's on with a 1-out single. Todos somos Agios, Atanatos, Inquilos, Atanatos, Jehovah, Yahweh, Adonai, Matzah. Marshall up next. Mound visit being used by Seattle. It's Mariners 3, Blue Jays 1. Gabe Spire warming up in the Mariner pen. Ball 1 low and away in the feet. That's driven to right center field, but right field, right at Robles, 2 down. Right off the end of the bat. Clement up next. Strike one. Or 1-0, I should say. Sorry. Ground ball. Crawford throws to second to get the 4th, inning over. One hit allowed by Wu in the 6th, but that's all the Blue Jays are able to scrounge up. 3-1 as we go to the 7th. 18 men down, 9 left, 9 outs left for Toronto to play with. Ugh. If it's Funk or Knight, I could see if it's Knight or Uso. Robles, Rodriguez, and Raleigh are due up in the 7th for Seattle. My AL round calls have not been the most exciting, predominantly because Shohei Ohtani's over in the fucking National League. But rest assured, no matter who wins, you will get to see fucking Shohei in the World Series again, and I will be on call for those fucking games. In fact, with the exceptions of some of my shorts, I haven't gotten really any major views on anything that I've done in this format since the All-Star game at worst, and at best since Saturday Night Main Event, in the most recent Saturday Night Main Event. The latter was because of the fact it was Goldberg's retirement. And I'm going to be stuck doing double duty when Cena's final match happens because, one, I'm on call for Army versus Navy. If the Mariners win, the series starts in Chavez Ravine on Friday. If the Jays win, we start in Toronto. Top 7, 3-1 Seattle. And Kevin Gausman has now come on the pitch, and he throws one low and at the feet of Robles, 1-0. This is his first relief appearance since the 2021 NLDS when he was with the Giants. Or was he with? Yeah, he was with the Giants that year. Bounced that one off, 1-1. Robles walked in the 4th inning, but it didn't amount to much, and he has been piss poor. One of the main reasons he's been a utility player off the bench for the 2-1. And predominantly a utility piece coming off the bench for the Mariners. Driven to the left. It's hooking, but it's going to go foul. Martin. 2-2, pop to the backstop. All three, no swing on the check. Ball 4, Robles gets a rare leadoff walk. Fans don't like the call, though. And Raleigh with a single and a double and a homer of his own. Or maybe it was a walk. I don't know. First pitch. Strike 1. Ground ball. Jimenez to IKF to Vladdy to erase Robles from the field. 2 down. Bassett warming up in the pen. He'll probably come out in the 8th at best. At worst, he's coming on if someone gets in, and they're going to intentionally walk Raleigh. Now they hit him against Josh Naylor. Big number's not that fast of a runner, but let's see what he does here. Ball 1 on the inside corner at the knees. Too far low and in. One 1. I mean, we haven't seen anyone. I mean, Spire was warming up last inning, but he was sat back down. 3-0. No to Naylor. And 4 straight pitch walk, and I think that's a signal to get Bassett out there. And here comes John Schneider to get the ball. Roy Polanco getting ready to come up. In the League Division Series, he got the walk-off hit in the 15th in the final game. Got a game-winning RBI single in the 6th in Game 1 of this series, and hit the 3-run game winner in Game 2 in the 5th. Can Crawford do it here? And Polanco do it here? First pitch. Low and away with the split finger. Ball 1. Strike one. At the knees, got him with the splitter. Down the stairs, a splitter that's a little higher, but it gets in the zone. Boy, it doesn't even hit the box. How the hell is that called a strike? Two one. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Two on its way. Ground ball. IKF to Vladdy. Inning over. Time to stretch. Toronto 9 outs away from defeat. Mariners 9 outs away from the pennant. Can they hold on to this 3-1 lead is the question. And there's the downside of that chunk of metal. If it's your head that hits the canvas, it's going to knock you out. Here now, use those. Very young team back in as the rest didn't see it. Wu's in there for his third inning of relief. He'll face Addison Barger. Fires a sinker that goes too far and close. 1-0. Zardo warming up in the pen for the Mariners for the 8th. Pops it up, and it's going to go out of play. 1-1. Zardo warming up in the bullpen. Toronto has made a knack of coming from behind to win games this year. Franchise record in the regular season, 49 of them. Upstairs 2-0. Three and one on Barger. Blues got to be careful. No, you cannot. 3-1 pick. Takes ball 4 as it goes too far inside. That one was not really a shot. I'm just asking that. Killing me in one pick. Well, he's gotten a little bit, but yeah, a little bit. But that wasn't. Start Jones. Live on. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit. Bottom of the order coming through in the clutch again. Question is, you playing Spire or Bizzardo? I mean, Spire had had more reps in the pen if you're Seattle. Spire had more reps in the bullpen than Bizzardo, though, before this moment. Men is up next as the go-ahead for Toronto. IKF is the tying run. After him, it's back to Springer, Luke, and Guerrero. You need a double play ball here if you're the Mariners. In the 2025 regular season, the Blue Jays had 49 comeback wins. Dodgers 48. Mariners and Phillies tied with third most at 43. That's had a Tuesday because their manager was a depressed gambling lunatic who deserves to be on suicide watch. After this pitcher gambling. 1-0. Jimenez bunts. Woo to first. He'll get the out there, but that moves the runners moves the tying run in the scoring position with the sacrifice. Nevertheless, 4 down, 8 to go for Toronto. And now Springer is up. If he gets one into the outfield, tie game, Dan Wilson is going to make the call. Brian Wu getting the hook. Who's coming on? Is it going to be Spire or Bizzardo who's going to come in? I don't know about this move by Wilson. I would have gone to Spire, not Bizzardo, but you need the sure-handed out. Bottom of the 7th. Toronto threatening with 1 out. Mariners up 2. So what are we down to? Tom, Knight, and the Usos. What if Jay Uso takes over the division? So it'll be Jay Uso taking the place of Seth Rollins for the vacated World Heavyweight title next Saturday, huh? Toronto had 17 wins this year in the regular season when they trailed after 6 or more. Bizzardo, 11 innings pitched, 9 hits, 4 runs. Regular season, a career best of 252 on the ERA department. Let's see if he can hold the line here. Go sinker too far in, ball 1. Let me see if the triad box is going to give me any troubles comparable to this. 1-0 pitch. Driven to left. It's deep. And the Blue Jays get in front. It's now 4-3. George Springer. 3-run shot. And now Toronto grabs the lead. Those runs will be charged. 2 of those 3 runs will be charged to Wu. Bizzardo, however, is now on the hook for the most vital run as Springer comes out of the dugout for a curtain call. And now going from 8 outs away from elimination, the Blue Jays are basically 6 outs away from the pennant. We are now 6 away from the pennant. Fastball, middle, cut. Springer knew it was gone as soon as it went off the bat. Here's Luke's. Popped up. Left field and into the seats foul. 0-1. 1-1. And Rogers Center is alive. That's fouled off. 1-2. Line in the right field. Base hit for a single. Here's Vladdy, and he rips one to left, but that's caught by Arozarena on a leap, forcing Luke's to retreat 2 away. Almost got a double off that one. Strike 1, strike 2. Hit a Kirk. Bassett looks like he's ready to come on to close out the game rather than to just pitch a single inning for the closer. I don't know. Here's the 0-2. Low and away, 1-1 to Kirk. The Blue Jays win for the first time since '93. It'll be Canada hosting the World Series to start the big one off. 2-2. For Springer, that was his 9th go-ahead postseason homer lifetime. Third, that ties him for 3rd all time. The 2-2. Got him looking in over, but not before 3 runs on 4 hits and one man stranded. Forced Toronto. From going down 3-1, Toronto now leads 6 outs away from the pennant, 4-3. We go to the 8th. $33, but who cares?
The monster of the BK is frightfully fun for families of all the kinds.
Like a relentless need, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya, with rapid relief in 4 weeks. Many people experience remission at 1 and even 2 years. Some cite 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Tremfya now offers self-administration from the start. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the cold one. The cold water, cold filter, cold package. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coolers Light. Choose chill.
It's you personally. Sometimes when you feel like it's a walk-in resume. And the jobs you do find are just bad fit after bad fit. And what's this? Indeed, Career Scout, your personal career coach. Can you find jobs tailored to you? And help you get seen for all your skills? Well, the future of job searching has arrived. Try it at Indeed.com/career scout.
Big news.
One pitch, one out. Rosarena goes down on a grounder. Here's Suarez. Strike one. Two and one. Two and two. Full count. Crawford waits on deck. He's going sinker. Foul down the third baseline. We'll do it again. Payoff. Got him looking on the curveball. It just catches the edge. Suarez isn't happy with it. And it barely catches the edge of the zone. Crawford takes ball one on the curveball just outside. 2 down, 4 to go for the Mariners. They need some runners and runs fast. Ground ball. Scooped up by Jimenez. He'll throw to first. Inning over. And Toronto is just 3 away from the pennant. But let's see if they can add a little insurance. 7.5 complete. Toronto 4 and Seattle 3. It could be that the legacy of failure continues for Seattle. I mean, this is the closest they've ever gotten to getting to the World Series. 8 outs away, and they squander it. Because we know what kind of manager Dan Wilson is. Is when compared to John Schneider. Why reboot this movie? It's not like the first Running Man was all that great.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a unlimited double miles on everything you buy. And turn all of your purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits of a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Yes, I'm on the road. GLP-1s help me lose 31 pounds. This is healthcare. This is growth. I'm Serena Williams, and I'm a real grow member.
This is a meal. The melty ciabatta dippers so delicious they have you dipping in St. Meal. Way. The fan favorite ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera. I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
1995 lost to Cleveland 6. 2000 lost to the Yankees in 6. 2001 lost to the Yankees in 5. Teams with 0 championship appearances among the 4 major sports. World Series, 1. And that team is Seattle. Varsho lines one in the right. It's going to have to be played on a hop by Robles for a leadoff hit. As Munez now comes on to pitch the 8th to see if he can at least play damage control. Looking for the bunt. Clement does not go 2-0. Go around 2-0. I mean, 1-1. One and 2. Seattle is only 3 outs away from getting knocked out again, from their legacy of fail continuing. Ground ball through the hole on the right side, base hit. Robles isn't going to get anywhere near in time as Clement, because Varsho makes it to third. Or on an RBI, on a base hit by Clement. Infield inning, they'll be willing to sacrifice a run to get 2. Ball 1 to Barger. Rogers Center has come alive in the last inning and a half. 1-1. Two one, up and away. And Jeff Hoffman warming up to close this game out. 2-1 is line caught. Double play as Naylor steps on the bag for the unassisted double output. Varshell stays put at third, but Clement is out at first trying to take off because he doesn't tag off. Nice catch by Naylor. And good wherewithal to get back to first base to step on the bag as Clement was frozen. Because Ernie was frozen on that. Here's Isaiah Connor-Falefa. And he takes strike 1 on the slider up and away. Up, middle up. 0-1. That's fouled off, hit deep down the right field line, but it's going to hook into the seats. 0-2. One and two. Yeah, it'd be best to pitch hit for Robles. That's fouled down the left field line. Let's see. Who would the Mariners have up as their last hopes? Let's see. Crawford, Rivas, Robles. Ground ball up the middle. Scooped up by Rivas. And somehow, some way, Toronto does not score. But buckle up, folks. This is the last gasp for Seattle. We go to the ninth. Blue Jays 4, Mariners 3. But the problem for the Mariners, it's the bottom of their order. Rivas, Robles, and then back to the top with Julio Rodriguez. Can they get a tying run home at least? We're going to find out. Hoffman's on the mound for Toronto to close it out. Blue Jays 4, Mariners 3. Remember, winner of this faces the Dodgers. If it's Seattle who comes out on top, the series starts in Chavez Ravine on Friday. If it's Toronto, Los Angeles has to catch a flight north of the border and go to the Rogers Center and start the series in the Rogers Center. Which I find to have no sense when you consider that the Mariners actually have the better record than the Dodgers in the regular season. So by most, but then again, considering the NL won, if it's not the number one seeds making it to the playoff, making it to the World Series, because the NL won the World Series, they get the advantage. I don't understand how that works, but whatever. But F the rules, I guess. Sometimes I wonder who's worse. Bob Manfred, Adam Silver, Gary Bettman, or Roger Goodell. But we know Bettman's the best when it comes to over-politicizing, keeping politics out of hockey. Out of the game when it comes to hockey. Gray area would be Bob Manfred. I mean, you can argue 2020 and the Pride Month shit, and the Pride Night shit most of the teams have accepted. But that's not that terrible. But it's nothing too terrible. NBA is bad, but NFL is the worst when it comes to over-politicizing. Instead of taking be love and racism, it takes all of us, all that bullshit SJW messaging from the end zones. That piece of shit Goodell has doubled down on it. Even doubled down on the black national anthem, which is not needed or necessary. The sooner Goodell retires, the sooner we can get a more conservative-minded commissioner into the seat. And someone who doesn't give a shit for that kind of SJW messaging crap. Rivas leads off the night. He faces Jeff Hoffman. Regular season, he had 33 saves, fourth best in the majors. This postseason, one save opportunity, and he nailed it. Canzone on Rivas is going to try to bunt it, but it goes foul down the third baseline. I mean, I get the tactic, drag bunt, and given his speed, he could make it to first base. Miles Straw is now come on to play left field. Nathan Lukes moves over to right for the Blue Jays. One and one. Ow. 1-1 pitch. Strike two. Fastball in. That catches the corner, catches the middle corner. That catches the inside part of the plate. If you're Rivas, you got to protect the plate here. Two and two. Two and a low split finger. In the dirt, full count. Canzone waits on deck. I mean, as bad as Rivas and Robles are, Canzone has been worse in the postseason. Payoff, swung on a miss on the high heat, strike three. 2 to go for Toronto. Canzone waits at the plate. First pitch. Outside with the split finger, 1-0. Canzone 3 for 27 in the postseason. Let's go Blue Jays. Roxel Rogers Center. Pop foul. Kirk going to have a play for this. No, he's not. It's going to go over the net. 1-1. And even if he did have a play on it, if that ball hits the net, it's dead. If that ball ends up hitting the net, it's dead. Oh, was Dominguez? Wait a minute, Dominguez was in the game? I didn't even notice. In any case, 1-1 pitch. Way upstairs with the split finger, 2-1. Well, any man on would have a chance for Raleigh to get to the plate. And you have a chance for the dumper to get on. Swing and a miss, chase the fastball, 2-2. Went under the fastball, 2-2. Two. Got him swinging on the heater. 1 to go for Toronto. It's up to Julio Rodriguez to keep Seattle alive. He has a double, solo shot, and 2 runs scored. Has scored 2 of Seattle's 3 runs. First pitch. Upstairs with the slider. Ball 1. Inside. Too far in on the slider. 2-0. The dumper waits on deck for one last chance. 2-0 pitch. Swings at a slider low and away, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Foul to the backstop, 2-2. Last strike, one last strike for the Mariners. Mariners just try to stay alive. One last pitch for the Jays to go back to the World Series. Who's going to blink? The 2-2 pitch from Hoffman. Full count. Rodriguez laid off that one. Who's going to blink? Rodriguez or Hoffman? Payoff pitch on its way. Got him! The Blue Jays win the AL pennant and are heading back to the World Series for the first time in 32 years. 4-3 the final score. The Blue Jays are going to the World Series. Only the 5th team to crawl out of an 4th team in MLB history to crawl out of an 0-2 series hole and win it. That's it for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm back on the clock at 8 for NXT. Wednesday, Super Junior Tag League. Thursday on the Diamond. Friday and Saturday, World Series games 1 and 2. Sunday, NFL Game of the Week, Cowboys, Broncos. Then Monday and Tuesday, games 3 and 4 between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. And I will also be on the clock if it gets that far on Wednesday. That's it. I'd like to thank everyone who showed up near the end of the game. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Mets2128. Signed to all the members of the Hardcore Sports Network and the Aboriginal Sports Network. Goodbye. Good night. Bang. And I'll see you tomorrow night for NXT.